Imagine you're on a boat. When you look out to sea, you see a giant fin in the waves. In today's video, we're going to look at the most feared sea monsters of all. The Megalodon, scientific name Carcharodon's Megalodon, was a prehistoric shark that lived between approximately 23 and 3.6 million years ago, during the Cenozoic era. It is often considered the largest shark to have ever existed and one of the largest predatory fish species in history. It is estimated that Megalodon could have reached up to 18 meters in length, although some estimates suggest that the maximum size could have been even greater, up to 20 meters. For comparison, the largest shark alive today, the whale shark, Rhynchodon typus, can reach up to 12 meters. Megalodon's teeth are very large and can reach up to 18 centimeters in length. Its teeth were adapted for cutting and tearing meat, and it is believed that it hunted actively, possibly in groups, although this is still a matter of debate among scientists. They are often found in fossils, as the teeth are more resistant and durable than other bones of the animal. Megalodon was a top predator and fed on large marine mammals such as whales, seals, and even large fish. Megalodon disappeared around 3.6 million years ago, at the end of the Miocene and beginning of the Pliocene. The exact reasons for its extinction are not entirely clear, but may be related to climate change, which affected the distribution of its prey and competition with other marine predators, such as orcas and sharks of other species. Although the Megalodon became extinct millions of years ago, it still exerts great fascination in popular culture. Films, books, and documentaries often portray it as a terrifying sea monster, leading many to believe that it could still exist in remote regions of the oceans, despite there being no scientific evidence to suggest this. We hope this is just a crazy theory. The Megalodon is one of the largest and most iconic predators ever to inhabit the oceans, and its extinction remains one of the great mysteries of marine paleontology. Our next big monster is also very well known. The Kraken is one of the most iconic sea monsters in Norse and Scandinavian mythology. It is often described as a gigantic octopus or squid with enormous tentacles, capable of destroying ships and dragging them into the depths of the sea. The Kraken has long been a symbol of mystery and fear, representing the uncontrollable and unknown forces of the ocean. The first mention of the Kraken dates back to the 18th century, although the legend has deeper roots in Norse mythology. It is often associated with the coastal waters of Norway and Sweden, where sailors' stories told of monstrous creatures that inhabited the sea. The Kraken, in the legends, is portrayed as a colossal being that hides at the bottom of the ocean, only emerging to attack when prey approaches. According to these stories, the Kraken attracts ships and sailors with its impressive size and powerful tentacles. When it emerged from the depths, its tentacles grabbed ships and dragged them to the bottom of the sea, sinking them with ease. In some versions, it is believed that the Kraken could create a great whirlpool in the sea as it moved, which added to the danger of its presence. The legend of the Kraken was popularized in literature and in the film Pirates of the Caribbean, Deathly Hallows, where the Kraken is portrayed as a gigantic sea monster that serves the villain Davy Jones and attacks ships with its tentacles. Although the Kraken is a mythical figure, it is believed that the legend was inspired by real sightings of sea creatures such as giant squid, Architeuthis ducks, which can grow up to 13 meters long. These squid, which live in deep waters, have long tentacles and can become a real threat to ships and boats, although much less dramatically than the stories about the Kraken suggest. The Kraken remains one of the most fascinating and feared sea monsters in mythology and popular culture. With its terrifying appearance and supernatural powers, the Kraken remains one of the most emblematic figures in maritime folklore, symbolizing the uncontrollable force of the sea and the danger that lurks in deep waters. Leviathan is one of the most emblematic figures in mythology and theology, especially in the Jewish and Christian traditions. He is often described as a monstrous sea creature, associated with chaos and destruction. The idea of Leviathan arose in various ancient cultures, but the best-known version comes from the Bible, where he is mentioned as a primal force, often related to divine power. Leviathan is mainly mentioned in the Old Testament of the Bible, where it is described as a fearsome and indomitable being that inhabits the seas. In the book of Job, Leviathan is presented as a sea monster that cannot be tamed by human beings. He is described with the characteristics of a dragon or serpent, and his impenetrable skin and immense strength make him invincible to human eyes. In Isaiah 27 verse 1, Leviathan is portrayed as a twisted dragon or fleeing serpent, and it is said that at the end of time he will be defeated by God. In this context, it is seen as a metaphor for evil or adversity, which will finally be defeated by divine action. In Psalm 74 verse 14, Leviathan is mentioned as a creature that God defeated, associating it with God's victory over the forces of chaos. Which monster have you been most curious about? Comment below. That was our adventure through the most dangerous seas. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.